us return to Faerun once again, to the northern region known as the Sword Mountains. On this, the 22nd day of the month of Marpenoth, in Dale Reckoning 1501, year of the Shining Mithril. The heroes of Phandalin have arrived at their most crucial moment. The adventuring party had set out 3 days prior, trekking through the mountain passes, ever gaining in elevation while approaching the summit of Icespire Peak, in search of a mountain fortress which was glimpsed in a vision at an altar of Savarus. This fortress is believed to be the current home of the white dragon plaguing the realm. The narrow trail you had been on, snaking ever upward, has deposited you at the doorstep of Icespire Hold. Once inside the gatehouse, you encountered a rival band of adventurers who had made the journey for more selfish reasons than yourselves. Upon killing 2 of these adventurers and indenturing the remainder to aid you on your mission, you have explored the Holdfast proper and discovered its history. Once home to a remote warlord, Delisandra Amzar, and later populated by an orc tribe. The party then made its way to a stone spiral stairwell, which seems to ascend to the daylight above.
Well, I believe Myrin was leading the way, so I think we're going up these stairs.
And Thardin has the dragon slaying 2-handed axe at his ready as he's following Myrin.
The dwarf is brandishing the Dragon Slayer. You feel its power emanating through your hands. The party is interested in following Myrin.
I would be. Are we at the base of it?
Yes, you're inside. All of you are gathered around this spiral stair, still on the ground floor, if you could call it that, of Icespire Hold. You see light shafting down from above through the spiral stair.
I look back at the party. Single file, stay low. As I take the first few steps up the spiral staircase.
Does anybody follow him?
I'm probably following. Oh no, I'm tailing the other 2 to make sure they don't turn tail and run.
Thardin will come up the stairs behind Myrin. I'll give Myrin a little distance in case I make noise with my armor.
Myrin leads the way as you traipse up the spiral stair. A little bit of distance in between you, but definitely within sight. So as the spiral stair winds around, you have to stay pretty close behind Myrin to still be able to see him. And as you get to the top, Myrin, you find there is the portal that the spiral stair should lead out of is frozen over and crusted in ice.
Like the doorway.
It's not a doorway, it's a portal that leads up through the ceiling.
So, and it's like preventing us from moving.
Solid sheet of ice blocking your path.
So we'd have to burst through it to get through.
Who's behind me?
You have Thardin.
Thardin.
And behind Thardin is Willow.
Could we quietly melt it?
I could.
Okay.
Well, do we want to bust through it, or do we want to quietly melt it?
We bust through it, it'll make noise.
I'm looking at Nars with a familiar nod.
This is definitely something I want to do.
I'll take some steps out of the way and maybe.
You'll have to squeeze past the dwarf and his armor and his weapon to give him some room.
It's very narrow.
It's narrow. It's like a very narrow spiral stair.
So this thing we're looking at is it kind of like a manhole cover of ice that we're looking up at?
Yes.
Okay.
You're looking up at the spiral stair just disappears into ice.
Okay.
But you can see daylight above it.
All right. So I will navigate my way to the front of the line. I will probably nod to Willow to watch the other two.
Mm-hmm. And I'll turn and keep an eye on them.
And I shall use prestidigitation to create a fire, and then I was control flames to very lightly start to burn away this ice, which might take some time. I don't know.
It does. You can make that into a 5-foot cube.
Yes.
And it gives off some heat, but it's only giving off the heat you would expect from a cantrip.
Right. Does it appear to be working at all?
It does. It starts to drip, and you can see the ice get thinner where you're holding the fire.
I shall continue to burn away until at least I could see through it.
Takes about 5 minutes or so, but you're able to melt a hole in it the size of your head. However, it's several feet thick, so you can stick your head in the hole, but you can't see the outside. You do, however, see gray sky above, and snowflakes start drifting into the hole which you've created in the ice. Celine starts to fidget in anticipation, and the half-orc is looking around nervously. Willow, what are you doing?
Well, what do you guys think?
Well, I'm up front with Myrin, so I probably don't see anything.
Yeah, you're dealing with the ice.
I'd probably back down so I could let Nars up.
Yeah.
I might be closer to Willow.
Alright, what do you think, Thardin? I don't think they're wanting to go into battle with us.
I knew the orc was a coward. But I didn't think the leader here, the woman, was. What are you fidgeting for? It's only a dragon.
Only a dragon? You insane?
Have some confidence.
Oh, God.
Moradin's with us today.
Will be its dinner tonight, Dwarf.
We may. Absolutely we might. But we might kill it as well.
Imagine how much richer you'll be if you kill the dragon. Because it wouldn't just be the spoils from here, it'd be the spoils that you would get from the people outside of here.
We'll see what happens, young lass.
Aye, you'd be heroes. Like we are.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Need not you worry, we have the Dragon Slayer. And I point towards Thardin's axe.
The half-orc looks with saliva dripping down his lips at that great axe that Thardin has in his hands.
You like what you see there, huh?
Then you know its power.
You just concentrate on shooting that dragon with your bow. Leave me to being up in the front fighting the dragon there, orc.
Your confidence is infectious. The half-orc puffs up his chest, and he's holding his bow at the ready. How's it come with that hole?
How's it coming with the hole?
How is it coming with the hole?
That's what she said.
Everybody starts to feel water drip, 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 because as you're taking up about 15 of these steps, and you're all talking above and below to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody starts to feel the dripping water flowing down onto them from the hole, which is now about the size of a human body.
Myrin would look to Celine and say, "Prepare your men. This time."
It's a good day to die.
All right. So this hole is directly above us, right? I just want to make sure I'm right about this. And snow is coming down on us.
There's snow floating through the hole, and you can see daylight in what you've melted out. About 3 feet from where you can get to the last step is the distance you've melted. So you could now continue climbing the steps and make it to the roof. What you suppose is the roof.
I start to navigate my way through that hole.
Okay. And you poke your head out to see a rooftop. Most of the guardrail around the side is about 3 feet high of battlement. However, the space that occupies the northwestern corner of the map looks to have been, at one time, was a room that has now been leveled.
I just take a quick look around. Do I see the dragon?
You do not.
Do I see any lumps of snow that he might be under?
You see freshly fallen snow. Roll for investigation.
Okay. Natural 1.
Freshly fallen snow, as blankety as it comes.
I step through and kind of gesture for Myrin to come.
I'll scoot past the few that are in front of me, I believe, to pop through the hole in the ice.
You see the same freshly blanketed snow on this expansive rooftop. The walls over here in this section are rough. They look like they might have once had arrow slits, but all that remains is about 3 foot of rubble wall.
As I step out, I would like to use my primeval awareness.
As the awareness emits from you in waves, begin to feel a sense of dread, such as one of your favorite enemies is in the immediate vicinity.
Immediate vicinity.
Is there... We stepped out onto the roof. Is there like another roof above us where the staircase was?
This appears to be the top of the structure from all sides.
Looking up, do we see anything?
You see that you're on a spur of this mountain, so you can see the peak down this way as it juts up and looms above you. And other than that, you see low visibility. There is a bunch of snow.
I would relay to at least Nars, that's right next to me. He's nearby.
I gesture for the rest of the party.
Thardin follows up through the hole.
I'll poke my head up.
And our two friends are right on your heels, anxious to see.
As everybody comes out, I very quietly say, "Stay quiet. He is nearby."
I turn to the party and I say, spread out.
I guess I will go to gesture towards those with a bow in hand. As I pull my bow out.
Which way do you go?
I'm going to. I want to travel along the northern side. Is it where is the mountain sloping up? Okay, I guess that's the side that I want to stay on. Yes, but that would be the mountain side.
Yes, that is the mountainside.
I'm gonna move it towards that. Is the crack that I see in the map? What does that represent?
This.
As I move along that way, yeah.
This, you notice that there are no battlements there.
Mm-hmm.
They have all crumbled away, and if you approach it and you see these three things and those two over there are chimneys that go down below. They jut up about 5 feet out of the snow. And as you look over this edge, you can see down below some rubble on the rock where the foundation of the hold is built.
Okay. I'm going to move along there, and then I'll gesture for the other archers to move along the northern perimeter.
Could I move a little bit? Like, I'm trying to figure out how I would... Like, am I the small character right there close to the stairs?
Yeah.
Could I move a little closer to where that kind of entrance is?
And as you walk, you all feel that beneath the fresh powder is a solid sheet of ice, and you have difficult time navigating it without falling on your ass.
Could I do a perception check?
Absolutely. What are you trying to perceive?
Anything. Like, does anything feel off?
Roll that d20 and tell me what you get.
17.
You hear a faint flapping sound.
A faint flapping?
Yeah.
Alright, who's closest to me? Is anyone close to me?
Looks like the half-orc is closest to you.
I'm gonna kind of wave at him. Like, I'm not gonna say anything and just, like, point up. Like, he's up there. Like, did anyone else see me waving my hands like a crazy person?
No, nobody else did. They're all looking around wild-eyed.
I might be looking up the mountain.
As the team begins to spread out, we're not noticing anything right off the bat here, just the sound above us.
Only Willow has heard a sound.
Okay, I'm gonna stay true to the roll I just made.
I love it.
Can I be like waving my hands, like not saying anything, but just like
Willow makes frantic gestures, and you all notice her.
it's like
All right.
Thardin looks up.
Yeah, Myrin was looking up the mountain. I mean, he might be just kind of be looking a little bit more wide now.
So everybody's
just,
looking at the
pointing
mountain?
my ears, like I'm just like scanning the skies above me. Like I'm not looking in any one direction.
Yeah, Thardin's looking around as well, in different directions.
Okay. Nars is going to drop his coat, and you guys can all see that he has a multitude of potion holsters around his body that you never see. He's going to rip his shirt, and now that you can see, he has red dragon scales coating every inch of his skin, and he is going to put 2 fireballs in each hand and fire them into the sky, and with Draconic and using prestidigitation, he is going to say, "Come on out."
With that, Nars Dendrar reveals to you all something that you probably had never guessed about him before. The red dragon scales coating his flesh underneath his clothing.
I never knew.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Nars, I talked about it a little bit, but in my house that you guys made for me, Nars
Yes,
was
I
playing
remember.
around with Draconic blood, and it got infused into his own system.
That's right.
Oh.
So-
But he's kept this little bit of armor hidden.
Until now.
So I'm just firing firebolts at this point.
And
into
it's
the
like
sky.
all over you. Like it's like on your skin in a way.
Everything but my face and my neckline.
As you all are looking at the skies, you start to hear the same flapping that Willow has heard. Suddenly, the wind starts to hit you from the east, and those of you who were staring up the mountainside turn around in dismay to see this dragon rising from below the rooftop. It's beating its wings as it hovers before you. You stare into the abyss of its burning blue feral eyes. At this distance, in this light, you notice that its scales range in color from sparkling white to shades of gray, mottled by pale blue. It seems quite a bit bigger than it has to you in previous encounters. Its sleek profile ripples with muscles, and its spined crest, running from head to tail, stands high in anger. The dragon cannot abide intruders upon its lair, and it growls at you with anger. I need everybody to roll initiative for me, please.
Let's roll another natural 1.
22.
Two's close.
Thardin got a 9.
I got a 5 total.
16.
Willow, you're up first.
Alrighty. I would like to cast Call Lightning. Storm cloud appears in the shape of a cylinder that is 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius centered on a point you can see within range directly above you. Spell fails if you can't see a point in the air where the storm cloud could appear. For example, if you're in a room that can't accommodate the cloud.
Where would you like it to appear?
Directly over the dragon. It's 120 feet. I'm trying to see what the range is. So you choose a point you can see under the cloud. A bolt of lightning flashes down from the cloud to that point. Okay, yeah, I want it over the dragon. And a bolt of lightning flashes down from the cloud to that point. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 3d10 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. Each one of your turns until the spell ends, you can use your action to call down lightning in this way again, targeting the same point or a different one.
Everybody notices a dark thunderhead materializing in the atmosphere above the dragon as your druid companion makes a somatic gesture. A bolt of lightning ushers forth from it, striking the beast. The dragon has survived your saving throw,
Okay.
so it'll take half damage.
Okay, that's a good roll. 22, so
Oh, nice.
11.
Not bad for a missing.
Not
Yeah.
right? I think they're all gonna miss him to some degree.
Do you have a giant cloud token you can put on the map?
I do have a question. Does the do the storm clouds count, or the snow clouds? Do they count as storm clouds, or is that different?
You try to use your magic to take over this weather system as you know you should be able to, but something isn't quite right about the snowstorm and you're unable to do so.
Okay, so it's purely mine.
Well then, what else would you like to do on your turn, Willow?
May I take a peek at the map again, please? Nice. I think I'll just stay where I am, and I'll end my turn.
End
there.
your turn. Next we have the archer. The half-orc draws his bow and tries to hit the dragon and misses by a little bit. Yes, Myrin, you're up next.
How visible is the dragon?
He's in full view. There's no cover. He's floating, I don't know, maybe whatever it looks like right now. It seems to be 10 feet above your heads.
I would like to cast second level Hunter's Mark as a bonus action. And I had a ready infused arrow that I think I'm just going to let loose.
Roll that attack, sir.
Oh. 8.
Oh yeah.
That is a miss. Your infused arrow whizzes past the dragon, and it looks at you with burning blue eyes. What else would you like to do, Myrin Windsong, with this fateful 6 seconds?
I'm going to move a little closer along the wall there. And what do I see off the edge there?
This is about as far as you can get with the difficult movement on this terrain. It's just
Do I have a difficult movement?
It's a total sheet of ice. Everyone has difficult terrain.
I agree.
And over the edge, you can see a sheer drop.
Okay. I will. I'll end my turn there.
Celine is up next. She draws her bow and tries to... Ooh, she might get something. She mutters some words that none of you can hear to her bow and lets an arrow fly. And she strikes true. She will damage the beast. And you see an arrow stick in the side of the dragon. And that is all that Celine can do in this moment. Thardin, you're up.
Thardin drinks the potion of flying, and then he flies toward the dragon.
So, once and for all, let's decide the power of that potion, because going back in the sessions and looking, I've heard two different things. So what does that potion do? Nars brewed this.
Yep. When you drink this potion, you gain a flying speed equal to your walking speed for 1 hour, and you can hover. If you're in the air when the potion wears off, you fall, unless you have some other means of staying afloat. This potion is a clear liquid that floats to the top of its container and has cloudy white impurities drifting in it.
Thardin uses his action to pull the top off of this potion that looks like a nice cloudy day, and he downs it and begins to run towards the dragon. Only, it looks like, and you guys are not used to seeing this because he is so short, but his feet are not touching the ground. He can get about that far with his flying speed.
Not sure if you have a D6 available. You could put it under him and make him look like he's
Elevated. Elevated. Here you go.
Yeah, but like a little clear one
There you go.
Oh wait,
or cloud.
here's a piece of quartz crystal.
There you go.
Ah, even better.
Nice.
2021, baby.
That's how we do.
What's he about?
It's like
He was about
just
even when
completely
he was
forget
born.
about hoverboards. We're doing witchcraft now. It's like science has come so far that we have officially returned to magic.
As a
Right, this
bonus
is magic.
action, I will put Hunter's Mark on the dragon.
Okay. The beast is able to detect Myrin and Thardin's Hunter's Mark magic, and it turns its attention towards them. Nars is next.
Oh, lordy. Alright. Take out 2 vials, slam them together, and I'm casting Melf's Acid Arrow at this beautiful creature. Also, where am I on the map?
Front and center, baby.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Alright, let's see what this rolls. Oh my god. 9.
Yes, Nars, your ray of sickness goes beneath the beast, missing it narrowly. And
Alright.
what else would you like to do on your turn?
I will. Let me see the map again, please. I will advance diagonally towards the creature.
This way.
Towards the top side. There you go.
You slide your way across the ice. Get about that far. You're closer to Celine Wintermoon, the barbarian.
Alright. And yeah, that's gonna be it for now.
And it is now the dragon's turn, which is unfortunate for all of you. Okay, everybody roll me a wisdom saving throw.
11.
13. Oh god. Everyone's
19.
frightened. Everyone jumps off the building.
Why do I feel a familiar fear going over me?
Let's roll for your companions too, I'll write it. Willow, Jabarl Half-Orcan, Myrin, Nars, you all began to quake in fear of this thing as it exudes this sinister feeling that surrounds you. And you will be rolling at disadvantage. Starting now for 1 minute. At the end of your turn, you will receive another chance to throw that wisdom save and overcome the fear. It won't take up your action or anything like that.
Is that all of us?
No, Celine is still brave. Thardin, of course, is god has given him strength, and he feels lighter than air, as if he doesn't even need his friends to take this thing out.
Okay.
The dragon didn't like the fact that you guys hunters marked it, and will turn to you, Thardin and Myrin, and blast you with a 60-foot cone of cold. Roll me
Nice to have some cold
a
resistance.
dex saving throw.
Okay. At disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Myrin is the only one that needs to roll a disadvantage. Oh my god! Great job! Thardin, you don't need to roll a disadvantage.
Very dexterous.
I did one thing in this game.
Thardin, what did you throw?
I had rolled a 4.
Thardin, you will take the full brunt of this cold damage.
And I do have the cold ring on.
That will reduce the damage of this cold blast.
As I just said, it would be nice to have something just like that.
Take 300 damage.
Yeah, right. 97.
Myrin, you'll take 24 points of damage.
Wow.
Thardin, you take 48 points of damage, reduced to 24 for wearing that ring.
Reduced to 24. Okay. Still a lot.
And the dragon will use its movement to fly back down out of sight.
No longer visible.
That is the first round of this combat. Next up, we have Willow. What will you do?
That's a really good question. It just ducked back down.
It's gone. It's out of your view. It's out of sight.
Did I see it drop straight down?
You did.
Can I shot in the dark? This call lightning thing?
Yes. You can go ahead, and I'll have to roll you a dex save for that. What do I have to beat again?
Is it my spell? It'd be a 16, I think. No, it's 14.
Yeah, you're at 14. However, the dragon failed that one, so it will take full damage of that lightning as it is still in range.
Holy
Nice.
shit. Alrighty, I'm gonna hit the thing for the damage if my thing cooperates. 10.
10 damage. The archer looks around confused and holds his turn until he has a target. Myrin, you're up.
I'm going to look over the edge that I'm nearby, right?
Yes.
Can I see anything over the edge?
You can.
Can I see the dragon down there?
Yes, you can.
I would like to try to take a shot down there. Is it in range of me?
You can see it is within range.
Okay. Really?
Oh,
Really?
it's a miss. 12 will not hit. The dragon flies through a foggy patch and right as you let go.
And actually, I should have an extra attack.
You do have another attack. Would you like to use it?
I would like to.
Oh, wait a second. We'll just say you missed the first one. I won't make you roll it.
Well, yeah, because I'd be disadvantaged. It'd be less or more. And I'll roll this one at disadvantage. Obviously. Yeah, great. Sure. Yeah, so I pull 2 infused arrows back, let them both loose, and they fly off into the foggy darkness.
Would you like to do anything else on your turn?
Not at this time, no. Can I keep? I can still see it.
You do have eyes on it.
Did I see anything else as I look down?
Visibility is low. Visibility is low.
Okay. Well, my turn.
The barbarian is next. She'll hold her action. Thardin, you're up.
I'm going to fly and can I see the map? So I don't see the dragon.
You do not see the dragon.
I'm gonna move closer to the edge.
Which direction?
Straight ahead.
Oh,
You might have seen me shots off, right?
Did you fire in that direction at the dragon?
Off the edge of where I am.
Oh, is that the direction the dragon
Well,
is in?
I saw it off the edge there. You probably could see it off the edge too.
Thardin,
okay,
once you move to this position I have, you can see a sheer drop, and you can see the position of the dragon as well.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna ready an action for when he does pop back up. I'll take a swing at him when he comes.
It looks to be in a sort of transitional move right now.
Okay.
Aerobatics, if you will.
I did the move action. I was gonna ready an action, but I am actually. I'm gonna heal myself. Actually,
Okay.
I'm gonna do a lay on hands.
As a bonus action?
Actually, no. That's as a
Full
full
action?
action.
Okay.
Yeah. So, can I give myself 24 hit points back and bring myself back to full? So I still have 6 hit points of the lay on hands left. And then I'm done.
Nars, you're up.
All right. First things first, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself. Basically, if someone attacks me, they have to roll a Wisdom saving throw. And then I am going to take out one of my beads, and if the dragon comes in range, I'm going to throw it at him.
Which is range is what?
Which I believe is
60 feet?
I think so. Let me look.
I think so too.
I'm not sure how that works with, it says range 150 feet.
150 feet.
20-foot spear. With frightened effect, though, I don't believe it's an attack roll. So I'm not sure how that works.
The dragon will roll at advantage for his save.
Okay. All right. I'll just say planted where I am.
You hear that now familiar faint beating of wings as the dragon reappears right here. What Myrin and Thardin saw was just a swoop down action, and it reappears here to your south. And it's going to try to kill you, Myrin.
So that dragon is in range of that bead, by the way.
It's in range of a lot of stuff, and I'm going to do all of this damage in the order in which the actions were held. Jabarl, I believe, is first. Wait, Willow didn't hold an action, did she? She did the lightning. She called the lightning. Okay. Jabarl, half-orkin, draws his bow, tries to hit the beast, and he missed horribly with the fear overtaking him. Myrin, you didn't hold an action, did you? Celine did. She whispers some words to her oath bow, and her shot rings true.
For these allies.
You guys see her arrow stick in the dragon very close to the place the last arrow stuck. What does her oath bow do damage-wise? 1d8 plus 3. piercing plus an extra 3d6 against a sworn enemy. Celine shot the dragon. Thardin used his action. Nars, you're up with your held action is the bead.
Okay, just to clarify, I actually don't throw the bead because I'm like, how in the world? So no, I am gonna use the bead, but I don't actually chuck it 150 feet. So I just put my finger on it and I point. The way it works is you just point your finger and shoot it. So I'm gonna fire behind the dragon so I don't hit Myrin.
Okay. What level are you casting?
Just it's one charge.
One charge worth of fireball necklace. Nars takes the bead and puts his finger in the dragon. Will have to roll a save. What does he have to beat?
15 dex save.
The dragon survives your save.
All right, should take half damage.
So how much is that? Oh, nice.
Sounds crazy.
Wow.
All right, so 12 damage.
You see the dragon explode in a massive fireball as it reels.
And that was Nars' held action from the turn. And the dragon has completed its movement and is going to try to kill you, Myrin.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
Really does want to.
Apparently.
You're immune to the frightful presence, though, for the next 24 hours, which is good. Everybody gets to make a wisdom saving throw to see if they're still frightened. Willow, Jabbarl,
Oh, yeah.
Myrin, and Nars.
Oh yes, I'm still scared. I failed again.
20.
Ooh, wow.
Willow, you shake off the fear. So does the half-orc.
Who's my favorite enemy? Do I think there's an enemy my favorite?
Yes, you do. So you'll roll straight.
Yeah. Yes.
What's your favorite enemy? That's part of it, right?
Fuck! You know, why even have a favorite enemy?
You're
So you can have
afraid,
advantage.
but you're gathering your resolve to take what comes.
Disadvantage would not have helped me on that one. Or hurt me. Help me, hurt me. It's all disadvantage. Big swap of disadvantage.
Does a 21 hit you, Myrin?
Yes.
Yummy.
You feel the dragon's jaws close around you with its razor-sharp teeth, penetrating your leathers, and you feel a massive cold at the center of the bite radiating into your body.
16 piercing damage. And 2 cold damage. This is for 18 points of damage. And the dragon will end its turn there. Back up to Willow.
Alright,
Willow, you're no longer afraid. You've gathered this resolve.
then I would like to move this little cloud back over the dragon. Strike again.
How far can you move it?
I think it's here. All it says is on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can use your action to call down lightning in this way again, targeting the same point or a different point.
Okay, so the cloud doesn't move.
So
It does. Oh wait, targeting the same point or a different one. I don't know if the cloud moves, but I can strike different points.
Yes, you can reach the dragon with the lightning if you're still in range from the cloud. But the cloud itself doesn't actually move.
Well, it's got a 120-foot range.
It's in range.
Okay. You want me to roll damage for that?
Yes, go ahead.
This one here. 11.
11?
Yeah.
That the
So-
dragon will take full damage from your lightning bolt.
Oh, cool. And can I see the map again?
There's a clap of thunder and a bolt of white lightning that strikes the dragon from Willow's magical cloud.
Alright, I would like to... Let's see here. What is it? Balm of the Summer Court. I would like to use... Balm of the Summer Court, I would like to use 3 of those on Myrin. I can use it as a bonus action, and it has a 120-foot range.
Go ahead and roll that for him.
Creature also gains 1 temp HP per dice spent, so...
He's also gonna gain an extra 3 for your cleric level.
Alright, so that's 8, and he gets 3 temp HP.
The healer does some woo-woo, wishy, mushroom, trippy energy flowing from her into you. You feel somewhat better.
Still falling.
You feel balmy.
Like, it's like not great, but it's like better than I was, so it's good. You know,
Feels like
It
summer.
could be,
feel like
could be
Florida.
better.
Yeah.
It's a little humid out here.
Yeah, well, it's freezing all around you.
Yeah, it feels like
Feels
I feel like
bad.
warm and sticky, and I'm like, wait, it's cold.
It's like, what's going on? Do I have a fever?
The bomb of the summer court.
The archer strikes the dragon. The half-orc, you turn to see the half-orc, and he's drawn his bow, and his shot rings true. And he will damage that dragon. You see now 3 arrows sticking out of it. Myrin, it is your turn. You're facing down with this dragon hovering right above you and looking menacing. You can see the ice crystals drooling off of its maw.
I'm so frightened
You're frightened.
by the look of this thing. Does that mean that it also means that if I move, I have to move away from it?
It doesn't say anything about your movement.
You have to move. You don't have to move. You can't move closer. You can move.
You can't move closer to it. That's how the fear spell works.
From something you're frightened
Yeah.
by.
You don't have
would.
to.
You don't have to move at all. If you want to move, you can move toward it.
That was actually where I thought that I was a little hazy on the rule, was if you are forced to move away.
That's a spell. That's the fear spell.
Fear spell, okay, yep.
Mm.
Okay.
So you don't have to move away from it if you choose to move. You can move laterally. You can't move towards it because you're on the edge of this battlement. There's a sheer drop in front of you, between you and the dragon.
Out of game, I've learned something here. I will never take all concentration spells.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't do you a fucking, like, a lick of good. Like,
Well,
you just,
you
like,
can-
trade one for the other, you know?
Right.
Like, that's all you can do. You know,
Yeah.
it's like if you turn one on, turn another, I'll turn one off, turn another one on.
Yep.
It's like, so frustrating. Okay. because I have second level Hunter's Mark, I'm going to continue the Arrow Barrage. 2 attacks. It is. Am I rolling?
Yes. But how can I make you roll at disadvantage for fear and for shooting at melee range? I'm just gonna let this one slide.
Oh, actually, in D&D, at 5e, there's no double disadvantage.
There's no double disadvantage.
Once you lose 50.
You're at disadvantage, obviously, so go ahead and...
Obviously. So, but with disadvantage, 23.
It hits!
Oh, okay. First one of the night. And then I get to add a few more to that. And that's 19 total damage.
Dang.
On that attack.
Nice.
Good
I
job.
get to do one more of those. And I'll like that. So, well, that's the disadvantage probably. Yep. So 13 to hit probably does not hit.
It doesn't hit.
And I will run the opposite way.
And the dragon will get an opportunity attack on you.
I know I was that close. Melee range used to get say that.
You still want to?
Did say that. Retroactively, I'm remiss. And in my current state, I would not really like to. Not that I needed to, or need.
I'll tell you what. Since I'm feeling generous right now, if you didn't want to be...
Stand face with the dragon.
If you didn't want to be next to the dragon, you wouldn't have to be, because it's going to... Oh, wait a second.
I imagine it was gonna move from where it's at, so I'm not.
Not its turn yet.
My fear is paralyzing me, but I'm also not afraid.
It wants to do a legendary action on Thardin, but I don't think it's in range. Yes, it is.
So I don't think that I can do anything else on the turn. Or can't be part of an action stand. Okay.
The dragon's going to use one of its legendary actions, 2 of its legendary actions, to beat its wings, and so I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage, please. Oh wait, you're ending your turn. You need to roll to see if you're still afraid.
Okay.
At disadvantage.
A wisdom saving throw.
I have regular. You can run
Regular. A regular roll, because of your favorite enemy. And you are no longer frightened of this beast. So you feel the resolve that you're trying
I
to
felt
build.
like I needed to run away. I felt like I needed to run, but I didn't.
Instead of you running from it, it is going to move away from you with a legendary action and a beat of its wings. But you'll throw me a dex save this time, and I know how dexterous you are, so you can roll that at advantage.
What is that?
The dragon flies about 50 feet above your heads into the same spot. It's reeling from your ranged weapon. It wasn't expecting that, and as a reaction, it tries to give you some air and get some distance from you, so it flies up above the crowd. And that brings us to Celine. She whispers a word or two to her oath bow about the dragon being her sworn enemy, and she misses her shot. And she's going to run. She slides her way a little bit closer to the corner. Thardin, you're up.
So how far is Thardin away from the dragon?
You got a ruler?
Or you can count the squares. Well, how far am I away from Myrin right now? You can count the squares.
35 feet.
Okay, so to Myrin it's 35 feet, and then how far was Myrin from the dragon?
Myrin is 40 feet from the dragon.
So
Thank you, Mr. Pythagoras, for that bit of math to figure out our ranges here.
So if I go to... It still puts me out of range.
How close did you get?
Well, I can move to Myrin. In a double move, I can move 50 feet in a double move, but then I can't attack anything.
Right.
And then I can Misty Step as a bonus action for 30 more feet, so I could get to the dragon. But
Yeah, you definitely could.
But I won't be able to attack him
Why not? Because you dashed?
because I dashed. What to do?
Say that the dragon moved that far, and you can move your normal movement of fly speed and Misty Step and get to it.
Okay, that's fine. And so I Misty Step, and I do a normal move speed, and now I will attack it twice.
The party watches as Thardin moves along his upward trajectory, aided by his potion of flight. He makes it about halfway to his target before silvery mists envelop him, taking him from your view, only to reappear right next to the dragon, weapon drawn.
Roll those attacks, sir.
Alright, here we go. 23.
It's a hit.
Okay, so here's the axe damage. So that's 11 for the axe damage. And then because he's a dragon, I do 3d6 additional damage.
That's correct. The Dragon Slayer axe in your hand glows. Some of the runes you notice are glowing with their own eerie backlighting.
Okay, so he takes 11 more. And then I expend a spell slot at 2nd level to do Divine Smite. So that's 3d8. So that's 11 more damage.
Dang.
And then
What odds of that?
and then I do one more d6 for the Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
So it's 4 more points of damage. Now I do the second attack.
That was just a first one.
That was just the first one.
37. Is that
That's
37
not
total points of damage on your first attack?
Holy
14
shit.
14 is a miss.
is a miss. Bummer. Okay. So Thardin is done.
Damn, that was the second attack.
That was pretty
Good,
sick,
yeah,
dude.
The second would have been nice. All right. Thardin's down.
Awesome, though.
Come on!
Okay. Thardin. The dragon is not too pleased with those attacks, and you, as you let that axe rip and give it a strike right in the neck, you see some of its blood crystallizing around the wound, and it howls in pain. As it is in mid-air with you, it reels back from your axe blow, and now you are faced with its tail. It's going to try to swing its tail and attack you with it, Thardin.
Okay.
As one of its legendary actions. What's your armor class?
My armor class right now is 18.
It whizzes right over your head. So you are knocked backwards a little bit. You're not prone, but you feel this gust of wind push you a little bit towards the east as it swung its tail at you.
And I'm falling back an ear.
You're sort of just pushed back a little ways,
All right.
and it's turned back around to face against you.
Okay.
And you guys are floating right off the southern edge of this rooftop, about 30 feet above the roof. Nars, it's your turn.
I'm guessing Myrin still looks a little haggard.
Not as bad from the balmy summer courtedness.
Not with the Carmex.
Yes,
Alright.
I've been Carmex, but I'm so down.
All right, I'm going to bonus action healing word on Myrin. Cast that at first level. Won't be much, but that gives you 8.
Every little bit helps.
And then I will fire another fireball at the dragon.
Nice.
Where would you like to put the center of the sphere?
I mean, he's 40 feet up in the air, right?
Yes.
So I can just center it on him. It won't hit anyone else. I think, at least.
He's engaged with Thardin.
Oh, it's starting up there? Oh, yeah, you're right.
What's the diameter on that?
It'd be 20 feet, so I'd have to do
Yeah, it would hit Thardin.
I'll do the back end of him.
The back end.
Yeah.
You point at your best guess as to the space up in the air where that sphere will not hit your friend, and it explodes behind him.
Are you rolling dex save?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The dragon does survive your dexterity save.
Okay. I'll take 11 damage.
Thardin, you feel the heat on you as this gigantic fireball explodes, enveloping the dragon. Its buttocks have been singed pretty good.
All right.
The heat feels good.
And then
Being here in all this cold.
can I roll a wisdom save for the fear?
Yes, you may try to break free of the fear.
Oh my gosh. I'm still afraid. And
Oh boy.
Nars Dendrar quakes in his boots, but he is glad to see that the necklace that you found at the Dragon's Burrow is coming in handy for this battle.
We gave them your meat to light a fire under their ass.
Right.
Willow speaks up as it is her turn and lightly interacts with you all with that one-line zinger. What else will you do on your turn, Willow?
I'm just hoping to slay the dragon with my terrible puns,
Glad you're not a bard.
I don't know if it's working. Oh God.
Glad you're not a bard.
All right.
I call lightning out of range. I don't know if it is or not.
I see it over there. I'm gonna say you're still in range, just eyeballing the squares, because I don't have squares.
Alright.
But I think your lightning cloud is still in range there.
Will it hit Thardin?
No.
Okay, then I would like to shoot at the dragon.
The dragon has beat your save this time.
Alrighty, half a 13. And as a bonus action, how are Myrin and Thardin looking as far as, like, do they really look like they've been... Does one look worse than the other?
You're struggling to see what Thardin looks like. You can't really tell with the backlighting of the storm behind
Alright.
him. You can see that Myrin, he's been roughed up, but he's been healed somewhat.
Alright, I'll go ahead and use my last 2 Balm of the Summer Court on Myrin. Last 2d6. Alright, so 7 plus 2 temp HP, and then my modifier plus 3, so 10. 10 and 2 temp die. Yay!
How you feeling, Myrin?
What was the regular hit point gain?
It was 10.
Okay.
And then you get 2 temp HP.
Added. Okay, I'm in a better position.
Willow, is your turn over?
Yeah. I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Thardin, the dragon's going to try to whip you with its tail again.
Alright.
That one was a hit. 14 points of damage, reduced to 11 for your feet.
Damage reduction feat. The heavy armor feat.
What's your armor class again?
18.
Yeah, that hits you big time. Big time. So you feel the thunk of the tail as the dragon turns its back on you and whips you. This time it's directing its gaze towards the rooftop, though, instead of facing back on you.
Okay.
The half-orc draws its bow, lets one fly, and it misses narrowly, flying between the dragon and Thardin. Myrin, you're up.
Still 40 feet above me.
40 feet above you. Like straight up above you. I don't know if that's disadvantage for height.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. So I want to do a high jump, and I'm just looking up the rules here. Okay, so the strength 4 times 3. Thus you can reach 1.5 times your height. Dang, that's a tough one. The mathematics here are tough. That's my.
It's in your character sheet, man.
Are you jumping?
He's jumping. I think he's jumping.
Yeah, I want to use the jump spell.
You know what? Good for you. Good for you. I don't think I would have thought to do that.
Okay, so
However, to reach the dragon, would that put you over the edge of the roof? Are you staying perfectly?
yeah, because like you're saying,
vertical,
like, if I had to do
plumb,
some horizontal movement, that would
go off
add
the
to
edge.
the wing if I missed.
Are you still trying to stay within, like, ranged attack?
We'll say it's not melee range if you can jump level with the dragon to avoid that disadvantage. I mean, you're on the roof.
Right.
I'm saying with the wings and everything, there's more than 5 feet of distance between where Thardin and the dragon are.
Yeah.
Please don't fall off the roof.
As I love theatrics.
I'm gonna roll a dice on this too.
So I think mechanically I should be able to make it. And I want to jump onto the back of the dragon.
Okay. Go ahead and attempt.
Thanks.
You will roll with an acrobatics ability check for that.
I don't think I've had enough vodka for this.
The DC was 15.
Okay.
You're able to stick the landing on the back of the dragon.
Right. I am now on the back of the dragon.
And would you like to do anything else on your turn?
If I can,
You've burned up all your movement.
I burn my movement for sure. I've casted a spell, which means that I cannot make another. I can't do extra attack, right? Because that means extra attack means that you've done an attack. Right.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
Yeah, I guess I'll just use what I do have left of a turn to just make sure that I'm holding on to something.
You try to grip purchase on this beast as best you can. I only set the DC at 15 because it is your favorite enemy. You are holding on to the back of this thing, and you feel it sag under your weight. The barbarian woman cannot believe her eyes as she tries to shoot the dragon and miss you. She misses the dragon. Wildly, you feel the arrow whiz past your face, but it does not strike you either. Thardin, you're up.
Thardin moves toward the dragon, and he's going to attack. As a bonus action, he will use his channel divinity to put Vow of Enmity on the dragon, so I have advantage on my attacks, and that's for 1 minute, the Vow of Enmity, or until it drops to 0 hit points or falls unconscious.
You'll have advantage on it?
Yep. So I will make my first attack. Okay, so an 11, that missed.
Yeah.
So I'll
Since
try
you're rolling
again.
advantage, go ahead and try again for your
Try
first
again.
attack.
Yep. All right, 26.
Okay, your first attack hits.
Okay. So it does, the axe does 7 points of damage, and then I roll 3d6 for it being a dragon. So it's 10 more damage. And then I expend another spell slot at 2nd level, which is my last 2nd level spell slot. And I roll 3d8, 8 more damage. And then I roll the Hunter's Mark, and it takes 6 more damage.
31.
That was, yep. Now I roll the second attack.
Your first attack hits the beast. The Dragon Slayer is singing in your ears as you whisper this vow of enmity to your god and take vengeance on this dragon for all that it has wrought this entire land for the past weeks.
Paladin! Begone this dragon and save the people of Fandolin.
And
Dragon
that comes
Slayer carves out another piece of its
Oh.
neck.
A 20 plus 8. This is a
Crit.
All
Crit
right.
for your second attack.
Oh, my.
Double all the dice rolls.
Roll. Okay, so it's 2d12 plus 5. 9? Ugh. That's bad. Bummer. Okay, so then the 3d6.
You mean 66.
66, yes. 10. And 3 more 6s. 14. And then I expend a first level spell slot to do 2d8. That's only 2. And then another d6 for Hunter's Mark. 1. And I am done.
The last couple rolls were like, you've had
Yeah.
enough.
That was a crit, and the last few rolls were
Ain't giving you enough.
Damn.
Alright.
Great.
Thardin slams his axe into the dragon.
For 2 strong hits with the Dragon Slayer weapon. And the dragon has to make a play here because you see the blood pouring out of these wounds, and it is going to use its legendary actions to beat its wings once again. I need you both to roll me a dex save, I believe. Myrin, you can roll an advantage.
Myrin. Myrin. Do a kickflip.
Wasn't so good.
You both passed
Oh, I did it. Okay.
as the dragon flies upward, another 40 feet, so it's 80 feet above the floor now. Thardin, you can take an attack of opportunity on it as it leaves your melee range.
Okay. I have a feeling I'm going to be flying to catch Myrin.
Yeah.
Myrin falls off.
I feel like I have affirmative.
Okay, Hunter. I'm sorry. Attack.
You know, I don't have disadvantage on movement while standing on my favorite
You hit it.
enemy.
17. And Hunter's Mark. It's 4 more points of damage. And then 3 more points of damage. 3 more d6s for being a dragon. 13.
Yeah.
17, 4, 13,
And I
17.
expend my last spell slot to do 2d8 more damage. So my last first level. To do 2d8 more.
Wow.
And 10 more.
Damn.
I'm done.
I have to use my calculator for this. I can't do the maths.
Calculate.
Dang.
40,
What have you done, Thardin?
50.
17 plus 4 is 13 plus 10.
Okay, yep. Yeah, that's right. This dragon's got some hit points, gang. Get some hit points.
The dragon still has Myrin on its back as it flew upward away from you. You take this last hit with the Dragon Slayer and get it right in the belly. You think that you feel its scales give way and penetrate. That will bring us to Nars. You see this dragon 80 feet overhead, Mr. Dendrar. And what will you do?
I definitely cannot do a fireball.
Yeah.
I'll torch Myrin.
Yeah.
I think you can. It's you know, I'm on top of the dragon. You're seeing the bottom of it. I mean, theoretically, it just passed by me.
Well, I certainly can't use lightning anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any electricity that hits this dragon will feed into Myrin as well.
Also, I'm hoping you're
Yeah.
in range of Featherfall, Myrin, because if you're not,
I
He's wearing a ring.
have a ring of featherball.
Oh, that's right.
oh, okay, good. All right. I have disadvantage still, right?
Yes, sir.
I say, do your worst, sir.
Fire it up.
Nars will not take any advice from any other player. Nars will feel what he feels in his draconic soul.
Oh yeah,
and do that.
there is that too.
All right.
What he knows of Myrin would have said that.
Yes. You hear the voice of Myrin in your head saying, do your worst.
All right, so he's 80 feet in the air. No, I doubt no, because I wouldn't be able to. I was thinking maybe I could figure it out, but I think that would be really pushing the limits of Nars's intellect. Exactly 20 feet from the dragon. I don't know. Anyway, I will cast.
Yes, Nars, it's getting a little bit hard to see. You're already rolling at disadvantage, but them being so high up in the air, you're looking out into daylight, so you can see the silhouette somewhat.
Can I see the map again?
Yes, you may.
All right. How
Dragon.
far am I from Thardin?
Thardin's only 40 feet up. You are... $55 for one leg of the triangle, 40 for the other.
Okay, I'm going to. Oh wait, no, it's difficult terrain, right?
It is difficult terrain.
Oh my god. Oh, it's left gonna be hard. I guess I'll just hold a spell, or if the dragon comes within 100 feet of me.
And you will hold your action. And you won't be holding it for long because the dragon is headed straight for you, Nars.
Can I do a wisdom save?
Yeah.
14?
Just misses. The save is 15. And the dragon comes for you. And lands with Myrin on his back. Tries to shake him off on the way down. And I'm going to take up one of the multi-attacks doing that. And I'm going to roll a contest with you of dexterity. Well, fuck me.
Try me.
Myrin clings to the back of the beast as it lands in front of you, Nars, and it will try to bite you. And I just crit on that one.
Tries to bite me?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Bite its first bite at you, Myrin, Nars, is a crit.
Oh.
And
Can we
that
say I would have got my
means-
spell off before he got to me?
You did ready it.
You did ready it. Yeah, we'll do that.
Alright. It is disadvantage though, so this might not even work. Alright, anyway. I'm casting Ray of Sickness at him.
Ray of Sickness. So as the dragon comes within range, you see it barreling down on you from above, and you will cast Ray of Sickness at disadvantage, sir.
And I will miss.
In your fear, your hands break as the vials come together, and the ray radiates out around you and has no effect on the beast.
Nars, the dragon is now upon you. It lands feet from where you stand and lunges at you with a bite, sinking its teeth into the skin of your torso through your scaly hide.
Do your worst.
You feel a cold like you've never known before emanate through your body.
You will suffer 31 damage from the dragon's jaws.
Delicious.
And 6 points of cold.
What was the first one?
31.
Oh, 37 so far.
37 so far. The dragon has one more attack. Nars, it's going to reach out and try to rip you with its claw. 23 to hit.
It hits. What was the other one? The prior roll.
Fuck me, I can't remember.
Oh, never mind. It's fine. It was only 6 points.
And that claw will give you an 11 additional slashing damage across your scales.
Still on my feet.
And the dragon has used up all of its movement and its attacks. It has an elf hanging onto its back, and you have just seen it bite into your friend with its teeth and claw him. So he's basically in the dragon's maw. Not grappled, though. The dragon just lashed out at you with its maw. And it will end its turn there. Willow, you're up. You've just seen a dragon land and defile your friend. You see Myrin on its back.
how close am I to Nars? How far are we?
About 50 feet.
About 50 feet? Excellent. He's within range. I would like to cast Healing Word as a second level.
Yes, you may.
Character of choice regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus your spell points. Actually, would it be okay to cast that as a level?
Yeah. By all means, save your friend.
Alright, 19. Yeah,
19 health?
that's what it says.
Oh, yeah. Jesus.
So here, 1d4.
I don't see that in the
here
game
it is.
log.
When you cast this spell using a spell slot of second level or higher, the healing increases by 1d4 for each slot level above first.
Woo!
Yeah.
Nice.
True.
That was pretty dope.
Cool. And where am I on the map again? May I see it? Is there a wall there?
There's
Like,
a hole
where's
in the
the-
ice right next to you.
Okay, so there's like nothing there.
There's no cover on this rooftop.
All right, then I'll just hang out where I am, and I'll end my turn there.
The dragon's going to take this opportunity to perform a legendary action and try to thump Nars with his tail. 22 to hit you.
Wow.
Can't even use shield. These rolls are so high.
Tail will hit you for 2d8 plus 6. 16 points of damage from the tail as it slaps you across the scales.
The young alchemist, even after being roughed by this dragon with its bite, its claw, and now the thump of its tail, remains firm in his resolve. With a determined look on his face, he turns to see the half-orc archer as he knocks an arrow into his bow and lets it fly at the dragon. The shot finds its mark and rings true, sticking out of the dragon's side.
Seven points of damage. Next up, we've got Myrin. You are hanging on the back of a dragon.
As I jumped up, I would have had to put my bow up to be able to grab onto the dragon. So I was left without. In all of that time, I would have been the only thing I would have been doing was pulling out one dagger
To use, I'll have to keep another hand locked onto the dragon to stay at the point that I'm at. So I will only be able to use one of my daggers. So at that, I'll just do 2 dagger attacks down. But being where I'm at and the situation, and that I'm not feared, I would want to say I would have advantage on this. They seem like attacks that, not yet. Not being feared, position that I'm at.
Roll your 2 attacks at advantage.
Need advantage on that one. Well, that's great. So that was some failures. And I'll continue the failure. With the last one landing, it seems. Possibly.
You did land one of your dagger attacks, yes.
So horrible. With that, I can add the hunter's mark.
Mark damage.
Is coming. So 8 plus 7. So had all those daggers landed, this would have been great.
Hey, you were trying to hold on. Like you're playing that bowl game, but on hard mode. Fucking dragon.
Right. And now that I'm down on the ground, I think it would be probably the wisest thing to do is to jump off.
Let go and use your movement to.
We jump on. I will need to use the jump dodge to pop off.
Yeah, you have a ring of feather falling, so you're not going to be harmed by any.
Yeah, so actually
fall.
perfect. That's exactly where I wanted to go. Any other movement? Maybe move. I'll stay with it.
Okay. Celine's up next. She's going to whisper a few words to her oath bow. It's a miss. Thardin, you're up. You're 40 feet above all this.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm gonna come right at the dragon. And
Don't think you have enough movement to get there, my friend.
I'll double move,
That should do it.
but then I won't be able to do anything. Yeah, I'm done. But I'm behind. I'm hovering over the dragon.
The dragon will take this opportunity to beat its wings once again. Everybody, Nars, Thardin, and Myrin, roll me a dex saving throw.
A 6.
21.
You get to roll at advantage.
Do I need it?
No.
Yeah, I did need it.
Although, can I argue that I am in his moss?
Maybe not.
The wing wouldn't really make it there.
A 14.
It's like, this doesn't affect me. I'm being bitten in half.
Myrin, you managed to withstand the force of this wind and keep your footing, but the other two of you are pushed by this wind. Thardin is prone.
Thardin is pushed backwards 10 feet by the beating of dragon wings. Ends up lying in a prone position, even as he hovers about 5 feet above the rooftop. Nars is pushed back as well, across the slick black ice beneath your body. Both of you are bludgeoned by the force of this dragon as it ascends 40 feet up into the sky overhead.
Nars and Thardin will take 2d6 of bludgeoning damage from that wind. 2d6 plus 6. Low roll, so you guys will only take 9. Thardin, yours is reduced to 6.
Okay.
And now it is Nars' turn.
I will. Jesus Christ. Cast Cure Wounds on myself. At second level.
As you lay in the snow and ice,
I'll send him my keep first.
Nars, you use half your movement standing up from your prone position, and you begin to cast Cure Wounds on yourself.
20.
Whoa.
I think that was the best roll I could have
Nice.
rolled.
Max healing for Mr. Dendrar.
And then I am going to pull out the immovable rod and ready in action.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't even know what it is.
Nice.
It is the dragon's turn. And what he's flying. He's flying. He's going to use his fly speed to land right here at Myrin. And Nars, Myrin, and Celine.
From you, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, it's con saves.
So I have a 19.
19. You will beat it.
15.
You will fail. And the dragon, let's see what Celine got. She also fails. The dragon opens its mouth and you take a frigid blast of its cold breath weapon on you. D6 plus 6.
He's using. So we take half damage if we save?
You do take half damage if you saved.
Okay, I'm going to use a reaction.
Okay.
I'm going to use absorb elements, which I believe negates if I already have half.
Yeah, you can absorb all of that damage, Mr. Dendrar, and I believe you store it up for a later date.
Yep.
Myrin, you lucked out. You're only taking 10 points of cold damage. Celine will also take 10. And that brings us to the top of the round, Willow.
I would like to cast. How close is Thardin to me?
Ooh, pretty far away. Across the battlefield. That's at least 100 feet away.
Oh, okay. Oof. I might hold my action for now.
Can I make my wisdom save too? Oh, awesome.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
Nars, you are frightened. Top of round 6, we went with Willow. Half-orc takes a shot with his bow. Hits for some damage, max damage. Nice. Jabarl grins his orcish grin with pride as he sticks another one. There's arrows sticking out of the side of both sides of this dragon now. It seems to be moving a bit sluggishly now as it takes this next arrow for 12 points of damage. And Myrin, you're up. You've just taken this icy cold blast to the face, and somehow it wasn't as bad as it seems.
Yeah, and am I engaged with it?
You are in melee range with it.
I guess I'll pull out the other dagger that I have and I think we'll do some 2-weapon fighting in there. With the added extra attack. Natural 1.
Damn.
On the first one. I don't know, you want me to continue?
Gonna get the crit table out.
I know.
Shit.
You only never really got it.
Critical miss.
I'm pretty close to it. Ay. Let's see.
You're up.
Where's it at? House rules?
Yeah. 3.
The intended foe gets a free attack.
Oh no.
Hit.
The dragon's going to try to bite you, Myrin. Does 17 hit you?
Your critical miss gives the dragon an opening, which it capitalizes on.
Ouch.
Its teeth pierce your cloak, leather, and skin as you feel cold radiate throughout your body.
And his bite will do 2d10 plus 6 slash piercing.
13 points of piercing damage for you, Myrin. And 7 points of cold damage.
Ouch.
All right, that's great. Can I continue my attack?
You may. But as you try to stick that first one, the dragon just kind of like catches your sleeve with its tooth and bites into you. You feel it's cold.
18 for the next. The offhand.
The offhand hits.
1d4 plus 2d6. Okay. 4 plus 5. 9.
9.
23 to hit for the second attack.
It hits.
It is going to be this action. Um, 5 plus 12. And offhand to attack for 21. For damage. And then the Hunter's Mark should actually. Does the Hunter's Mark apply to each attack or just the round?
What's it say?
Whenever you hit an attack.
Okay. Yeah. Roll those hunter attacks.
What's that?
1 more 7. You blow these wild dagger assaults, even as it bits your arm. You're still managing to cut into it, being at such close range, and it's you're hearing it howl every time you dig in with another blade attack. In fact, it's very angry, and it's going to try to hit you with its tail, Myrin, for that disservice. Does a 22 hit you? And we'll take tail damage, which is 2d8 plus 6. $13 more points as this dragon whips around and the tail connects your torso. You see as the elf is trading blows with this beast, he drops to the ground as the dragon knocks him over. The dragon just does a low kick with the tail, swivel around. It catches you in the face, and you're now on the ground before it. And that brings us to Celine's turn. Her shot will be a miss. You see her as she whispers to the oath bow, and the momentum just isn't there. The shot goes wide. Thardin, you are
Fly.
now about 30 feet from this action.
Fly right to the dragon,
Fly to the dragon.
and I attack him.
Having seen your elf companion go down, you are within melee range. Go
And
for it.
Attack with advantage.
Your god is smiling on you. Let's see what you can do.
D6.
It's a hit.
And the axe damage is 9, and then I do 3d6 additional dragon slaying damage. And then an additional hunter's mark. And that's the first attack. And now I do the second attack. So 20 hit the dragon?
Yes, it does.
Okay. There's the axe damage. Dragon slaying damage. Oof. That was good. And then the additional hunter's mark.
Take away, you bloody dragon! You don't kill me friends!
So Thardin, you've floated over from across the rooftop, and as you start to dig into its scales, it is dying. You have delivered the vengeance from your vows and your god, and you see, where did you hit it exactly? Because you came from the side. So
It
did
came
you
from
go
the
for
side.
You could have gone a little bit to the north for the neck, or a little bit to the south for the haunches.
I probably went for the vital. I went for the neck.
You cut its head off.
Moradin bless us today!
The dragon's lifeless body crumples and slumps. The entire party and their allies turn to see Thardin hovering over the corpse, triumphant, holding dragon slayers aloft as the storm clouds dissipate and a shaft of light beams down upon him.
It bathes Thardin in Moradin's white light, as he has now slain this beast. And the Dragon Slayer axe appears to catch this light and beam out rainbows from each of the axe heads. We're out of initiative.
I am going to run up to Myrin and cast Spare the Dying. It's a necromancy cantrip. You touch a living creature that has 0 hit points, the creature becomes stable.
Myrin opens his eyes.
Hey, Betty, we did it.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah, I think Thardin got the final blow in.
And Thardin turns around and, using the leftover 6 points of lay on hands, he heals Myrin. He kneels down next to him in a glowing golden yellow beam, or it animates from his hand onto Myrin's heart, and I heal him for 6 more.
I'll sit up and I look around in some form of disbelief.
It's dead! We killed it, lad.
Shoot a fireball into its carcass.
So petty.
I look around the battlefield. Does everyone seem okay?
Nars, you okay?
Does anyone
I'm just shocked.
need any medical attention?
Nars is still feeling a little bit of that dragon fear as it continues to dissipate as the dragon's hold over him is released. However, anybody would be in shock after that bloodbath.
Yeah.
The NPCs as well. The barbarian and the half-orcs look at you bewildered. They don't seem to know what to do either. They can't believe that you just killed a dragon of this caliber.
Look back at them.
We did it! You didn't believe us in the corridor there when you were shaking in your boots, and Willow and I had to calm you down. But we did it.
It's okay. Everyone needs a little bit of encouragement.
I'm sitting down on the ground, still like I'm kneeling up. My arms are on my knees, and I'm looking up at Celine with a smirk, knowing that we were right.
Well, thank you guys for fighting with us.
Celine draws her bow on you, Myrin.
We are weak.
Is she serious?
I'm on the ground right now. I'm sitting down on the ground.
Oh no.
No worries.
I guess you want to die then.
I'm not afraid of Celine.
The half-orc and the barbarian didn't take any damage.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
They're still at full.
Yeah.
I mean, they kept their word. They did help us, so now they can betray us.
Yeah.
Yep. The dragon's out of the way now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I have my wild shapes left, and I can just bring the bear back.
I feel like we're all.
Can I see the battle map?
I feel like we're all doing that. We're doing the eye, like look at
Bring
each
the
other.
bear
And
back.
look. I look at you. You look at me. Look at Willow. Look at Thardin.
I gotta say, a barbarian wouldn't go out like that. I think, yeah, they're gonna have to turn on you. They're gonna draw. They're both drawn. Celine at Myrin, and Jabarl has drawn on Nars.
Are we still in the same initiative order?
Well, I said we were out of initiative.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
That's right out of initiative.
I said we were out of initiative, and they're drawn on you, but I'm not calling for you to go back in initiative. I'll give you a chance to parlay your way out of this.
Let's see if I would even do that.
I will. I want to cast a second level summon bestial spirit, and I'm gonna summon a wolf right in front of her. A bestial spirit wolf.
She lets her arrow fly into it, and I'll roll a disadvantage for her. What does it take to hit this thing?
$13.
She hits. She whispers a few words to swear her enemy to this wolf spirit, and she will 22 points of damage.
Taken.
The wolf is still looking vital. All right, everybody roll initiative.
I'm going to burn all of these people alive.
Myrin, you're up first.
I'm going to draw my bow and shoot the half-orc. 23.
Hits him.
And yeah. Oh. There's that next one. And another 23 to hit.
Hits him.
Alright. And another 10 damage. 20 total damage. I would have used half my movement to stand, and it will icy stand here. And then I'll also need to roll for bestial.
Yes, the wolf's turn goes on your turn.
And going to maul. And that's gonna be 7 plus 4.
Well, we've just done a number on this half orc. Wait a second. Wait, that was Celine, right?
No, that was half orc.
The wolf was in front of the
Oh, the wolf was for Sling, yeah.
The wolf was damage for Celine, and so that was 11 points total.
Yeah,
for her?
and then actually you're gonna add 2 after plus the spell level.
Okay.
So, 20 on that.
Nars is next.
Hell yeah. Alright, half orc is pretty toasted, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I throw just 1 bead at him.
Okay. He needs to roll a dex save. Is it a dex save?
Yeah, it is 15.
He beat it.
Alright. Uh, 27, 13 damage.
He's-
It's an OP item in the game.
In fire.
Nars, what else would you like to do in your turn?
Can you see the bad map real quick? I want to know what range I'm in. Alright.
About 25 feet away. Celine is right behind you, however, at within 5. Not within 5, but just over 5 away. You're not in her melee range.
What is Celine wearing?
She is wearing some furs, like a barbarian might. She has a shield on her back.
Oh, so stylish. I will, I'll just back up towards Myrin.
The Artificer steps away. You get about that far. I suppose you're stepping backwards, so you want eyes on the enemy. They are at the side. They are both on the north side, and they still think they can take you.
I'll do one more thing since I can. I'll do a bonus action. Yeah, I have a bonus action available. So I'll healing word Myrin. Myrin's pretty beat up.
Pretty down. Pretty far down.
9 healing. Alright, that's it. I promise.
And that ends Nars's turn. Now Thardin's turn.
All right, I charge at Celine.
You use the dash action?
I use I get as close as I can. I have 25 feet.
Wow.
And holding the axe in one hand, I pull off my bandolero. I pull off one of my hand axes and I throw it at her.
Okay.
26.
That hits.
And she takes 6 points of damage. And I pull another one off and throw that at her. And that is a miss.
That one is a miss, actually. Yes, it goes wide, but she has this rage brewing in her eyes as she looks back at you. And that would end your turn, Thardin?
Yes.
Then that would be Jabarl's turn. He is going to hit Myrin with his bow for 5 points of piercing damage. You're still up.
I'm still up.
And then he's going to jump in the hole. Next, we have Willow.
I would like to change into a brown bear and go after the guy who went down the hole.
Okay.
Can I catch up with him? I have
You can't.
40-foot speed, damn it.
You
I'm
do
just-
have 40-foot speed, but you can just barely make it to the hole he went down because you're in difficult terrain.
That's fine.
The bear is
I'll find
slipping,
that motherfucker.
sliding, and next in the lineup we have Celine, who drops her oath bow and grabs her great axe and charges at you, Thardin. She just can't quite make it there, but she has an axe ready for you when you come within range. And that brings us back to Myrin.
Is Celine engaged with me?
No. She wants to engage real bad with Thardin, though.
Okay. I'll take a few steps back. I'll just go ahead and use up all my speed just to get some. Yep, that's actually the direction I want to go. And then I'll shoot 2 of my infused arrows her way.
Yeah,
29 for the first one.
that one hits.
6 damage. 12 to hit.
That actually misses.
Yep. So I should take that damage, and yep, and then I'll go over to Bestial Spirit, which is probably just going to be tracking her for that. Let's see. 7 damage. The Bestial Spirit maws its bestial jaw into Celine. Bestial piercing.
So 6 from you and 7 from the bestial.
And yeah, can I see? Can we see down the stairs at all?
You cannot.
Half working.
You can't see him.
Okay.
Nars.
I will cast Firebolt at Celine.
Go ahead and roll. You're about 10 feet away from her. That is a hit.
19 damage.
– 19 damage. Doesn't. Not even. Well, she is bloody.
And I will use my last spell slot to heal Myrin.
Chaparral uses his turn. Oh wait, Thardin's turn is next.
Okay, I charge at Celine.
All right, she's gonna hit you with her great axe as soon as you get into range.
Okay.
Or she's going to attempt to anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And you see this rage just brewing in her eyes. She is a berserker barbarian. So she's going to roll with advantage on you, and then you'll have it on her. And she definitely hits you. Does not a crit, but she hit you with her great axe. For 13 points of damage, reduced to 10. So as you approach her and come within range, her axe comes down onto your shoulder. What do you do?
I try to move out of the way, and then I swing back in retaliation. It's my great axe.
Yep, she's dead. Is that a crit?
No.
Oh.
They just look like crits.
Yep.
all of the Dragon Slayer attacks just look like crits.
Yeah, they do.
Here comes the damage.
Why? What is it?
16 points of damage she's taken.
Oh wow. I'm sorry. I can't view it online. I'm using my phone for my character.
Here's the
sheet.
second attack.
That's why we're calling him out, baby.
Second one,
The second one.
Second one also hits, and
Okay.
this one will kill her if you'd just like to go ahead and describe it instead of
Yep,
rolling
I
damage.
swing right into her torso and split her right in half.
Ah,
As I-
Celine
as I-
Wintermoon is no more. The last of the tribe of the Hawk is spread out before you on the snowy rooftop, Thardin. And you cry out to your god.
Paladin! Where's the
Yeah.
orc?
Where's the orc? Where's
And
the
I
half
turn-
orc
I
he wants
turn
to
and
know?
I'm looking at. I'm in a rage now, looking for the orc.
Bloodthirsty.
Willow, it's your turn.
Alrighty. How close am I to this guy?
You are nowhere near him. He's down the stairs and gone. You're at the top of the stairs and you're in the shape of a bear.
Well, I've got keen smell. I'm gonna fucking find him.
Track him down.
So, if you want to use your movement to go down a narrow spiral staircase as a bear, you will use all of your movement getting to the bottom of the staircase.
And I'll do that, and I guess I'll just like scream when I get to the bottom.
Okay. You don't see him when you get to the bottom.
Says the bear has advantage on wisdom. Perception checks that rely on smell.
Roll using the bear stats. Roll me a perception.
So D20 advantage. So do I just roll 2?
Yeah.
Alright. 16 was the highest one. Right. I guess if I've moved as far as I can go, then
We're out of initiative.
The form of the brown bear scrambles down to the bottom of the spiral stairway, hot in pursuit of the half-orc. However, as she meanders through the stone hallways, the trail mysteriously goes cold. Even with the use of her keen bear nose, Willow is unable to discern which way Jabarl has gone. As if he had disappeared into thin air. Wanting to tear the half-orc apart using her teeth and claws, she remains in her bear avatar for the next hour, only to keep searching in vain. Attempting to track all the way back to the gatehouse reveals a curious oddity when Willow notices the empty stall where she had parked her steed. Coming closer, she notices there is only a bone pile in the place where Trusty had been standing last night. Meanwhile, Nars again enters the room to the east at the base of the spiral staircase. Again, he sees the 3 humanoid skeletons in rusty suits of chainmail lying on the floor among 3 rusty longswords. There is a 4th humanoid skeleton wearing rusty plate armor, laying slumped over in a chair facing the fireplace. A steel goblet lies on the floor between the legs of the chair. Nars sits cross-legged on the floor and performs his now familiar ritual to cast Detect Magic. Presently, as he pilfers through the various drawers in the desk, he comes across a handwritten, leather-bound book, which, as it happens, is the Journal of Delsindra Amzar. This warlord, Amzar, had built the stronghold centuries ago and had dwelled there for many years while she and her soldiers kept the orcs of the Sword Mountains in check. When supply lines were cut off by heavy snow and blizzards during a particularly brutal winter, Amzar and her people were forced into resorting to cannibalism before their untimely demise. As her soldiers were dying from starvation, Amzar was forced to quell a revolt by a handful of her followers. After slaying them, the warlord took her own life by drinking poison from a goblet. The pages at the end of this journal testify to those events. Also, the journal gives many references to a secret door in this war room. Nars begins to search, knowing exactly where to look, and easily finds the opening. The secret door located in the east wall of the war room gives way to reveal a 3-foot-wide staircase that descends 10 feet into the darkness of the undercroft below. Nars summons the party. Everybody follows the stairs down to a 15 by 15 foot room hewn into the bedrock beneath the fortress. This room is deathly cold, and there are doorways leading in each of the other cardinal directions from the way you have come. Chiseled into the lintel above each door is the word crypt, written in the common language. Exploring the rough-hewn passageways beyond the doors to the east and west, you find a number of unmarked stone caskets in alcoves. Sealed within each casket are the remains, with their rusty armor and weapons, of warriors who fell in battle under Amzar's command. Finally, the crypt to the south is explored. And once inside this chamber, the party makes a fast realization. 5 open caskets arranged all around this room, all of them empty, save one, the center casket, which contains a dismantled toboggan. In the south end of this space lies a portal which opens to the outside. Just beyond the portal, a precipice that leads straight down the mountain slope. Fresh toboggan tracks can be observed, leading through the snow and ice from this cavernous opening, down and out of sight into the valley below. You notice some loose platinum coins and a few errant diamonds sparkling on the floor as if hastily dropped. Myrin immediately goes to work building the toboggan, while the Druid, now back in her Drow form, kneels beside him to cast Cure Wounds at 4th level, bringing him back to full health. The stoic wood elf splits from the party to make pursuit after the archer. Myrin makes his way down the icy mountainside in an upright stance on the toboggan, his feet bound to it with bits of hemp rope, on his way to track the archer through the backcountry, reminiscent of a similar stunt from the mountain pass of Session 18. You get a last look at the ranger in his favored terrain. The remaining 3 heroes of Phandalin set about the business of dragging the dead back up to the rooftop where you had vanquished Cryovain. The lifeless body of the white dragon still lays in a heap where it had fallen that very morning. And with its life, also, the snowstorm has gone. As a sunbeam breaks through the clouds, Thardin calls out to his god in prayer. He speaks at great length and with greater eloquence about vengeance being done for those whom the dragon had wronged, fighting the greater evil with no mercy for the wicked. He prays to his god that by any means necessary, some restitution might be made to all from whom this dragon has caused such disruption. Then he asks for Moradin's grace, that his companion might be successful in the recovery of the rest of the dragon's horde. And of course, killing the half-orc who stole it for himself. As he finishes his prayer to Moradin, Thardin stands to his feet, brandishing the magical great axe which seems to glow with an inner light. Thardin raises it high and then brings down the blade, decapitating the beast's monstrously beautiful head in one fell blow of the Dragon Slayer. Nars uses his magic to ignite a gigantic pyre, burning the remains of the stone-cold reavers, along with the headless corpse of Cryovain. And although the fire does a lot to stave off the enveloping cold, the stench alone is enough to drive everyone back into the relative safety of the defensible Barbican and its hearth, which is also burning strong within the shelter indoors. The party enjoys a much-needed long rest here for the night in preparation to return to Phandalin. As sleep overtakes him, Nars Dendrar experiences a feeling of peace which he has not had for many years. And this is where we'll end the session, and thus the campaign. I'd like to say thank you to those who played with me: Mason, Peter, Kiki, and Brandon.